All right, we can run it. 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's happening, man? Y'all already know what it is. It's Twice Talk, and we are listeners supported by 91.5 The Rebel, HD2, Las Vegas, the broadcast service of UNLV. And you know who I'm with today? The incredible. Oh, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Lovely, lovely. Hey, let me tell you, I like how you got the little unicorn thing going on.
Unicorn?
Yeah, that's looking like majestic right now.
It's a curly mohawk.
The curly mo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Curly
okay.
mo.
Oh, how you feeling today?
I'm good.
Yeah,
How are you?
Oh, I'm feeling like no money, baby. No money, girl. Uh-huh. But I was coming up with a couple things where I stumbled across a couple things that were a little bit controversial.
Okay.
And did you see that Sesame Street added a new character?
Mhm.
You did.
Yeah, I seen that.
And the character that they added happened to be, I don't want to say it's offensive,
Mhm.
but it is a little on the borderline, and you could actually take it in a few ways. So, if anybody doesn't know what kind of character it is,
Mhm. It's Alex. It's Alex.
that's his name,
Yeah,
Alex.
his name's Alex.
Oh, okay. And what's I forget all the I forget what he looked like. I just read about it. I didn't get to
You're
see no images,
silly.
but
He
I
looks like
know
a normal Muppet. He looks like a normal Muppet.
what Muppet is normal. First off,
He looks like the rest of the Muppets. Put it that way.
oh, he looks like the rest of them, so he
Yeah.
looked like he fit in.
Sure.
So does his personality fit in, or does his character fit in? Do you feel like
I mean, I don't know
it's trendy?
how his character is because it's not aired right now. But the whole his whole why he's there is to represent kids who have a parent in prison.
Oh,
Right.
see, and do you think that needs to be represented? Do you think that really needs to be?
I don't see anything wrong with it.
No.
No, I don't. I don't. Not in this age
So,
when mass incarceration is a reality.
well, what's the message they're trying to put out? Do you believe?
Well, from what I was reading, they were going to be showing these DVDs, not on TV, but they were going to be sending these DVDs to um, families that are dealing with um, people who are parents that are serving time and kids who have parents that are incarcerated.
What?
Yeah, so they were going to send them these DVDs and
also make them pay for it through taxes.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to do.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to put any extras on it.
I know that's what's going to happen.
But they're going to send them resource kits as well, give them advice, and basically just send them some encouragement to let them know that they're not alone. So I think that the reason for doing that is to, I guess, just support their situation.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on. They're trying to get the kids prepared so that because they're gonna start filling up these prisons back up again. And so like, oh yeah, we're gonna snag your kid, snag your parents. You're getting out of here, and they want to make sure that the kids are comfortable because they got snatched up out of their loving home. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, I see through that.
Well, I don't know because Sesame Street has always tackled like different situations like that.
Bruh, I know you don't like Dave Chappelle, and
I never said I didn't like Dave Chappelle.
You don't.
I never said I didn't like
did a little skit on Sesame Street. And what about the Count? Count Chocula? That's his name? Count Chocula? That's not. That's a cereal dude. But the Count.
Yeah. What about him?
He's a pimp.
He's a pimp.
Yeah. Look, he wore the cape. Like they actually convinced me.
He's pimping. Wild imagination.
Yeah, and he's counting 1, 2. They said you can even hear him saying that. Like, where is my money?
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, I counted to three times.
Oh my goodness!
And you don't have my money.
So what is Alex then?
What is Alex?
Yeah, what is Alex?
Yeah,
he's counts a pimp.
He must be on the block.
He's on the block. Oh my goodness!
Because when your parents are in prison, you trying to get your little hustle on, and you know they already got the big birds out there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
the
goodness.
Big birds.
Well, that's why they have organizations out there that help support kids that are going through parental incarceration.
I don't think this is going to promote any kind of positivity.
Well, I think that that it helps kids feel more comfortable having a conversation with their friends if they do have a parent that's incarcerated.
That is actually a very good point.
Right. Instead of feeling left out, like if we're all like, because I guess the episode that they're gonna reveal that Alex has a parent that's incarcerated is him with all of his friends, and they're like, "Oh, we're working on this project for school. I can't wait to work on it with my dad." And then he gets sad, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And then he doesn't want to talk about it. And then further on into that episode, he reveals like my dad's in jail, and then one of the human characters is like, "Oh, mine too." Da da da. Grown ups go there when they're bad.
I'm gonna have to see this episode because I think they're gonna be a little faulty and janky with the way they present this episode.
I don't know if I ever really had a problem with Sesame Street, but I also haven't looked into it in a while since I was a child, so I'm not sure.
I don't remember one episode, so I don't know. I was a Thundercat kind of dude. You know, I'm talking about Gundam.
A Thundercat kind of dude.
Yeah, GI Joes, action figures. You know.
Well, you know, Sesame Street is like 3 to 6.
Transformers. Little kids. That's all I was on. I'm talking about. I was 2 and 3. Big old Optimus Prime, tall as me.
So you don't think that this character is needed?
Negative.
Negative, meaning you do think.
No. I believe that they need to go ahead and write him out. They should just off him the same day he bring him on. He just overdose or something.
How do you feel about gay characters then?
I feel like they're trying to put more. They're trying to make it more acceptable. You know, acceptable. I should say.
Okay. Well, I think that in terms of Alex's situation or this character or Sesame Street, I don't think that it's a way of making it acceptable. I mean, it does kind of normalize this situation, but there's also from one study, it's called the Pew Charitable Trust. They said there's 2.7 million kids who have a parent that's incarcerated. So it is a reality that this is what's taking place.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's doing any harm.
No harm, no foul. So you think they're gonna?
I don't necessarily say that. I don't believe in that mantra, but I don't think that.
Oh, you don't believe in no harm, no foul?
I don't believe in that mantra, so but I do think that a show that is dedicated to discussing things like divorce or death in the family or military deployment should also include a kid who has a parent that's in prison.
That's not a bad way to think about it. And if you're thinking about the kids, like you said, you want to make them a little more comfortable,
right?
For them to speak about among their peers. Yeah,
so that they're not alone. Like, you know, when somebody's in prison, it's a tough time for both people, the people that are in jail and the people outside of those walls.
Yeah.
So they definitely need support there. And art, this is art, right? Film is art, television is art. It reflects the times. So that's all that is doing. Okay,
well, you kind of convinced me, man. I don't feel so bad about it now because I was like a little throwing some salt on it, hating on it. But that's from my perspective.
The only salty part to me is just like, is the fact that they're going to just be having these DVDs sent to families, directly to these families. Yeah. Why not show it on TV?
Because
why not show it on PBS?
You know why? Why? Because they don't want to get the rest of America
involved. Yeah, they're trying to stay safe.
They're trying to be under wraps, like the bootleg editions.
I guess they don't want to normalize the situation, and
but they want to bring awareness to it. That sounds like some sneaky stuff. Like when you used to get in trouble, or mom's gonna say no, but then you're gonna go ahead and ask dad, see what he's gonna talk about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. They hiding from mom and then gonna ask dad.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's
they
funny.
Probably just don't want the backlash for sure.
Yeah, that's why you ask.
This is normal. You want kids seeing another kid who has a dad in jail and da da da.
But it's Sesame Street, so it's gonna go viral.
Right.
For sure. And it's funny you said something about how do I feel about gay characters.
Yeah, there's always sexuality added into it. Even kid shows, like it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Like the new Power Ranger movie that's coming out.
Okay, fill me in on this. I was excited. I was like,
so Trini, the Yellow Ranger,
Yellow. That was my girl.
Oh yeah, I bet I know why she's your girl.
What you mean?
Because y'all relate together. So
That's my boo.
I know. Well,
okay, so what's up with her?
What was her spirit animal again?
I don't know. What you talking about?
Oh, saber-tooth tiger. The saber-tooth tiger. Yes. Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that deep. But she was Asian.
Yes. Yeah. But she's actually a lesbian in the movie.
Okay.
Open lesbian in the movie.
So, like, what kind of lesbian? Is she a lipstick lesbian, or is she like the manly kind?
I don't know. I just think and I'm guessing she's a Power Ranger, so she's strong, and I think she kind of like might be manly.
So, is this like what's the rating on this movie?
I'm gonna go see it. That's the rating. I'm gonna go watch that one.
I want to know what the rating is because that's kind of odd to like. Why are we putting sexuality into?
Can we get the brains? Can we get the brains to give us what's the ratings on the show?
Yeah, I just want to know why we putting sexuality into a movie that's based off of a kids show. Like, should kids be thinking about their sexual orientation?
PG-13.
Okay, it's PG-13.
Oh, so they probably say, I like you, baby. I like you too. Oh, let's go get some ice cream.
And then they kiss or something?
I don't know.
That's just kind of odd to me.
Yeah, it is weird. Why would you do that? And then on Empire, they do the same thing.
Empire?
Yeah.
Oh, because of
the
son?
Yeah. And honestly, I know I might get shot down for saying this. I've only watched one episode of Empire.
Okay, Empire's bomb though.
Man, I don't know. I'd rather sit in a book and read.
Sit in a book and read.
Yes, in the book.
I'm gonna try that.
Not read in
I'm just open my book up. I'm gonna sit in it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna see what I can.
But see, I have an outer body experience, and I place my mind in the book, and then I wrap myself around the situation and the scenario, and then I kind of live in that moment. It's almost like
drugs. It sounds like drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids.
It sounds a little bit like drug use. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that's what I sound like. I sound like
just a little bit,
like I took a couple hits or something.
Or something else.
Come on, man. But I got a natural high anyway.
That's what's up.
I'm always on one.
So you're against Trini being a lesbian?
Yes.
But you're gonna go see the movie.
Her name gonna be Trini?
What's her name?
Yeah, that's what I hope it better be. I hope Jason, Billy, Trini.
You better name them.
Zach, Billy. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? All of them. And then they got the Green Ranger, but he's going to be in the next one.
Okay, so there's going to be a few.
I don't know. You know, Mattel likes to do all kind of stuff.
There should be.
Yeah.
A few Power Rangers. I don't really do the, like the action hero movies.
You like 50 Shades of Grey.
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, my bad.
So wait, why they switch Billy and Zach?
What do you mean they switch Billy?
Billy is black.
Billy is black and Zach is not.
Oh man, they trying to.
Oh gosh. What is the underlying message here?
Blacks are blue.
Right, black people are blue. That's silly.
I'm just saying that might be it.
But that's interesting that they put that gay character in there. I wonder why it's not a guy. You know what? It's so shocking because I feel
let me tell you.
I feel like every time they introduce a gay character, it's a man.
Well,
it's always a man. But just recently, they start putting some more like lesbian stuff in.
Right.
I mean, I guess the lesbian stuff has always been there. Yeah. Actually, it's probably always been there.
Low key.
But on how to get away with murder, they like shocked me when they had Annalise like being lesbian.
Oh wow.
The other lady, I was like, okay, this is odd, but I don't know.
They couldn't have in the Power Rangers movie a man be gay because men that are gay can't fight.
Huh? Yeah, right. You ever fought a gay dude? You seen a gay dude fight?
He's not gonna fight no putties.
Gay boys can fight. Gay boys can fight.
Bruh, I'm not worried about
they got hands.
No, I ain't.
I'm just saying they got hands.
Oh yeah, you seen him fight before?
My homeboy Rick got hands.
He's tall, bald headed.
Look, you fought him. Let me find out he done beat you up once.
Oh man, only fight I've ever lost was 9-on-1.
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 That's what they always say, don't they?
And
I got jumped. They jumped me.
And the first guy I hit just stood outside and just held his jaw the whole time. Yeah.
Maybe you got some skills.
God, skills. I made skills.
You made them.
Made them.
Y'all heard this?
With
Don't
brawn
twice.
and iron.
You want to fight him? You silly.
I'm just saying.
So where'd you see this? Like, oh, that there was a gay character. Was it like it's trending right now? Because I didn't see it.
Yeah. I ran across it on a couple of different social feeds, and then I looked into it a little bit, and I feel like.
What's like the general mood that people are the stance that people are saying? Like, do they like it? Do they hate it?
I think because it's not. I don't think they're gonna throw it in your face like that, but they're gonna try and make it kind of and trying to ease it in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like trying to.
It's gonna be like normal. It's not gonna be like the focal point. Of the movie.
Mm-hmm. They're not gonna do nothing absurd or nothing like that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes though. We'll see how it goes for sure. So,
I wonder how people feel about it. I mean, I wonder if people are like, we don't care. Who cares? They're gay.
Who cares, huh?
Did they have love interests back?
I don't want to talk about love in Power Ranger movies. I want to see someone lose their head, beheaded. I want to see big old machines slice people open.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like that.
Yes,
it's going to be that gory.
Yes. No. I want to see oil, blood, gut, spit, patootie everywhere.
Where oil come from?
He said, with the machines.
Nah.
He said, where the oil come from?
But thinking about the Power Rangers always makes me think about when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
When I was an innocent little child.
Oh, yeah?
What kind of kid were you? I know you was bad.
Bad ain't the word.
Bad ain't the word?
Bad ain't the word.
So you were like super bad. What is bad?
I was very mischievous.
Oh,
and I was kind of dingy, too. I was. Like, I can see that. The person I was, I would always tell on myself sometimes.
You would tell on yourself?
Yeah.
Because my nephew never tells on himself, okay? He keeps a straight face. He will just lie.
So, my mother walks in the room one day, right? And I'm sitting on the bed. I said, I don't got nothing behind my back. She says, what you got behind your back? I said, how'd you know?
Oh, my goodness. Who does that?
Who does that?
No, my nephew
was that guy.
Never tell on himself. He'll never tell on nobody else either. So I'm like, okay, you got some integrity. But he lies.
So you think that inner child stays with you as you become up, as you grow?
Yeah, that never leaves you. Never leaves you. You just learn how to deal with it.
You think it's important to keep your inner child with you?
I think it's important to acknowledge that you have one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because then you know how to deal with yourself. Like, when you were a kid, how did you act when somebody hurt your feelings or when you got mad?
How did you act when somebody hurt your feelings?
When I was a little kid?
Yeah.
How did I act? I only remember being very angry when I was a kid.
Angry all the time?
Yeah, I had a terrible anger problem.
What kind of tantrum did you throw?
Like, I would just get really frustrated and get
kicked
out of my class. No, I would, like, turn over desk or, just do some crazy stuff.
What?
Little stuff.
I know, just little and angry.
I would have popped you right in your little knuckles.
No, my mom actually dealt with it really well. Like, she started to... Because it wasn't anything that I needed a whooping for. I mean, of course, I got whoopings for it.
Yeah.
But it was more like, I want to teach her how to deal with this anger. And that's the approach that she eventually started to take. Because she's not in class. So she can't whoop me when I'm in class. She can't whoop me when I'm out, doing life or whatever.
She can.
Right. Well, not if I'm just sitting in class. I
go up there, pull you out of class, tear that behind up.
I was you are so silly. I was like a terrible perfectionist. So if it used to always happen on Thursdays when we had our spelling test. So we'll be in class and we had a spelling test, right? You have to write everything out.
Mm-hmm.
And if my words or my letters didn't look perfect, which I don't care now, but if they didn't look perfect, I would sit there and erase until it looked perfect how I wanted it to look. And then I would take too long on the spelling test, so my teacher would be moving along to the next word, and I would fall behind. And she's like, if I'm going too fast, raise your hand. Her name was Mrs. Grossman. I swear she always went fast on purpose. But anyways, I would raise my hand, and she would not slow down. So then all the anger would start festering, and I would be like, raise my hand!
Me and my partners would have a field day with Mrs. Grossman. That's gross, man. We would have been on her neck every day.
Really? But I used to always get kicked out. But she taught me to count and count backwards from 10
Nice.
and to breathe. And so I eventually learned how to manage those feelings.
Oh.
But even in today, like, it happens a lot less. But every once in a while, I'll get frustrated and I'll think back to those days when my mom would tell me different things like that. So it's like, when you think about how you handled, like, stress as a kid and things like that,
Yeah.
those kind of stick with you. You just learn how to deal with it better. Do you agree?
I do. To a point.
Okay.
To a point. Because kids, when they handle situations, they are thinking selfishly. When you're a child, that's all you're thinking about. Me.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really don't care about what anybody else thinks. And honestly, as a child, I actually I got it written down in my phone, in my notes.
Written down.
It's crazy how children think. You know what? We're gonna do something new today.
What?
I'm gonna read you a little bit out of my notes. And there's this book from what's his name? It's called Few. Everyone communicates, but few connect. And his name is, oh man, I forgot. But let me tell you what children think like. So since we're on the inner child,
this is one thing.
One thing?
Yeah, because kids think many things.
No, this is about 15 things I'm about to run off to you.
Okay.
So children. So I'm gonna just read it off, and I'm gonna say children think like. I'm not gonna say every time children think like, but every time everything I say that is supposed to be in the beginning. Yes, and I'm telling everybody else too.
Okay, got it.
So children think like, if I like it, it's mine. If it's in my hand, it's mine. If I could take it from you, it's mine. If I had it a while ago, it's mine. If it's mine and I never appeared to be yours, it's mine anyway. Mm-hmm. If I'm doing or building something, all the pieces are mine. So
it sounds like men.
Sounds like women.
Yeah, right. That sounds like men.
Are you kidding me?
If I had it before, it's mine, and I don't have it right now. Please, y'all be on social media all the time talking about some. Oh, if I hit it, you part of my collection, copying off Future, boy.
Hey, so what do you? No, not at all. Not at all. Okay, listen to this one. It says, if you don't stop me from playing with it, it's mine. If I tell you, if you tell me I can play with it, it's mine. If I can play with it better than you can, it's mine.
This is getting a little too on the edge. Getting a little too.
That's how children think, and you can't sit there and tell me that women don't think the same way.
You know what? When we're not here, we gotta bring this up again.
Oh,
because we're gonna go there. But that's how men think to me.
That's
literally how men think about women to me. But I don't want to make this about.
But wait. Isn't there a book called Think Like a Man? And that is geared towards women. So how do you think women are thinking these days?
I don't know. I can't speak for.
If I like it, it's mine. That's how they think.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I can't even really say that more men think like that either. But as far as if I play with it better than you, it's mine. If I play with it before it's mine, that's how men think.
What? So look, if a woman thinks, oh, I treat him better than somebody else, he's mine. You can't sit there and tell me women don't think like that.
When you listen to that, though, that's childish, right? And it's selfish. It's like, dang, you're not even thinking about what he wants.
Yeah.
And so I will agree that women do think like that sometimes because they'll post stuff like, oh, I've done wifely things and now he should be marrying me. And it's like, well, what if that's not wifey duties to him?
Right. Hey,
like,
that's
what
a great
exactly
point.
are you talking about?
That's a great point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I got this.
Okay, my bad. So,
I'm just playing.
Speaking on the inner child, do you think it is important to keep your inner child when you're trying to reach your goals?
Keep your inner child. What do you mean by that?
Do you think it's important
to embrace it? Basically.
Yeah, some people let their inner child die off.
That's because that's what we're told to do. We're told to grow up and to do away with like joyful things, being wondering about things, keeping that curiosity going, or the innocence, being playful. Even being playful is like, oh, stop doing that, grow up.
Yeah.
You know, so we're kind of told to like relinquish those things, so that we just sit on it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people become unhappy. or fall into depression, things like that. So
you think that actually them losing their inner child is one of the reasons why they fall into those kind of mental issues, like
well,
depression?
when I was looking at what inner child is, it was just a person's original self. So not like goals, but like just how you react to things that you like, the feelings that you like.
Yeah.
So let's say that you might like feeling happy, or you might like to, like, what did you explore when you were a kid? When I was a kid, I liked to explore bugs. I know it's weird, but I used to collect like earthworms and be outside all the time. And I still like to be outside and in nature.
You
but
be
I
eating the
didn't.
worms?
No. Silly. I didn't necessarily know that until I stopped hanging around the city boys and I started actually going outdoors and camping. And the city boys never want to do that with me.
City boys.
I was like, no, let's throw parties. But that was fun too.
Always a man fault.
Always a man's fault.
This male-dominated world. But anyways,
but women run the world, but they don't. If they wanted to, they would work together. They could run the world.
I'm not gonna. He
said, "Please." I honestly believe that. But women don't like each other, so.
Women don't like each other. Child.
How? What you mean?
I said child.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't like each other because there's movies that's never mind. I'm not even.
Why are you gonna let a movie determine your feelings opposed to another individual?
It's just logic that's given to women ever since they were kids. Like the Disney movies, there's always women fighting over men on these cartoons.
Not in Beauty and the Beast, and that just came out. You remember when the big old hunk, the big old hunk had all the things.
All of those, all three of those, and Little Mermaid. What is it? It's always a unattractive woman beating up on this little cutie or whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. So that's just a logic that's given.
Sharkeisha.
You silly. You silly. But that's all that is.
I feel like you need to keep your inner child while you're chasing your goals, because a child doesn't know failure. Mm-hmm. They're gonna keep trying. Agree. And so, like, if you tend to lose that inner child, you're gonna start settling. You're gonna start to, figure out, or just like take all the back road, and you're not gonna achieve, and you're not as ambitious as you once were, because
and you're also more artistic, like when you because of that. So I guess that selfish or egocentric mind state, you're like, oh, I can do this. Yeah. I'll be fine. Oh, they didn't like that one, they'll like the next one.
Yeah,
or whatever the case may be.
It's like, for example, when I was a child, I liked stuff my way. And if it wasn't my way, I was going to make sure that it was my way. And I wanted to make sure that people did things the way that I liked them. Mm-hmm. So there was this guy, I still remember his name, Jeff, right? Mm-hmm. And he used to raise his hand like this. Put his hand behind his shoulder. I said...
In class?
Yeah. I said, raise your hand right or I'm going to slap you.
Oh, wow.
He did it again. We said in the front row, smack!
Why?
Because he didn't raise his hand proper. I didn't like the way he was trying to get attention. So I had to give him some attention.
You was jealous. You was jealous. You liked how he raised his hand.
Why?
You wanted to copy him, but you just decided slapping him would be better.
I wanted to copy him.
You want to copy him so bad.
I did not like it. And then he snitched on me.
He snitched on you?
Yeah.
As he should. Keep your hands on that boy.
Hey, he should. He should have fixed his arm.
So I was reading about different types of inner childs.
How are there different types of
inner child? Well, they say that your inner child stops at different ages for different people, and it's usually when something traumatic happened or something big happens in your family. Then your inner child kind of just rests there, and then you carry that inner child with you on throughout life. I know Slim is over here like, this baloney.
Baloney.
He is over here cringing right now. But so you carry this inner child with you throughout your life. So let's say like something happened between the ages of 3 and 4. Your inner child might be 3 or 4. My inner child might be 13, 14. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting. So there's 3 different ones, and it's kind of sad. But psychologists kind of use this.
How is it sad?
I'm going to tell you. Psychologists kind of use this when it comes to like diagnosis or just treating a patient, trying to figure out how their mind works. Because our inner child is kind of like our unconscious. It guides us. It tells us how we feel or things like that. That's why it's important to recognize that it's there, so you know how to deal with other situations. It leads to emotional intelligence.
Okay, well let me stop you real quick. Does your inner child have anything to do with gut feelings?
No, I think that's more of intuition, which Slim doesn't believe in once again. But
let's go and pow, 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 pow.
But so the 3 different types of inner child, like 3 specific ones. I'm pretty sure there's like things in between, but it's the abandoned child, the playful child, and the fearful child. So
abandoned, playful, fearful.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think you would fall?
I'm playful.
I knew you were gonna say playful.
Of course.
I wrote this
but we
down,
play rough. Playful. We play rough. You know what I'm saying? We used to jump off 2-story buildings.
That's hilarious.
Double backflips out of swing sets. Everything.
You're a mess. So the abandoned child is like a kid that's went through divorce, or maybe one of their parents leave them. Their parents are too busy. Maybe they went through abuse, or maybe they're just insecure.
Yeah.
Or neglected and lonely. The playful child is a healthy child.
Kind of like me.
But they kind of tend to neglect their playfulness in their adulthood. They like to live free of guilt and spontaneously.
Yes. It's
like that's me.
Mm-hmm.
The fearful child received a lot of criticism and has anxiety after failure.
Anxiety after failure?
Mm-hmm. I think that I was probably the fearful one.
I can relate with that as well. Because when I mess up, I be wanting to quit. I be feeling so bad.
Aww.
I'm a perfectionist as well. Matter of fact, your birthday's like 3 days after mine.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you're a Virgo? Terrible.
You know who? Beyonce's a Virgo.
So?
Michael Jackson's a Virgo.
Oh.
Kobe Bryant's a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
Ludacris is a Virgo.
Love him.
I know you do.
You named 2 people that I love out of those.
So what? 2 out of 4 2 times?
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm talking about, girl.
Keep coming with the punchlines, though. Girl. Keep coming with the punchlines.
Hey, I don't write it down. It just flows.
So, they say that people that disconnect with their inner child tend to have like bad relationships with other people.
I believe it. I believe there's many effects to that, and you know that the quality of your life closely correlates to the quality of your relationships.
Okay.
So keeping your inner child may not be a bad thing.
I think it just really boils down to knowing what ticks you off, understanding your emotions, really.
Yep.
And it's like, I know the inner child word just sounds kind of weird, but it's really a psychological term. It's a real term that they use in psychology. And I think that people tend to hide from this inner child because then they seem weak. It's like, oh, I'm not weak. They don't want to be vulnerable.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel that society at large puts pressure on individuals to try and get them to leave behind their inner child?
Leave behind?
To give up, to step into adulthood and
forget about it.
Yes.
For sure, yeah. I mean, every time when you're at work and somebody's being rude and just doesn't have any manners, well, when I'm at work, they're like, "Oh, you just need thick skin," and it's like, why do I need thick skin?
Right.
Why can't people
just
have
be
good
nice?
manners?
Oh yeah.
Right, or be nice. So it's things like that. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And I think you know who Kiera Katz is, right?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, she posed a question on Facebook the other day, like, do you think the world is too sensitive or not sensitive enough? And most people were like, too sensitive. And I'm like, no, I think it's...
People are insensitive.
Yeah, people are. And it's like, because people aren't getting treated like humans that have feelings and things like that. It's more like, you're an adult. That shouldn't bother you. You should have thicker skin than that. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, why? Because you can mask your feelings better than me? Like, no, I'm cool.
Yeah. So you wear your feelings all on your sleeves?
No, I don't wear my feelings on my sleeves.
It's okay if you do.
No, I know it's okay.
I got some Kleenex over here.
Oh my goodness, shut up. I know it's okay if I do, but I'm not going to tolerate people that are rude and mean and nasty just because I'm not supposed to be sensitive. Like, nah, that hurts my feelings. I don't like it. I don't have to be around it.
Yeah.
So, it's just that simple.
Is that simple?
Really? Yeah.
So,
for me.
So how do you handle pressure?
A pressure like that? Or just any kind of pressure?
Any kind of pressure. Well, what would be the most effective way? Or maybe not even the most effective. You might not handle pressure effectively at all. You might crack under pressure.
I might not.
You might turn it. The pipe might bust instead of you turning into diamonds. I don't know.
Pressure? Honestly, I just try to plan effectively when I'm under pressure. Just try to reroute my planning for things.
So would you change? Oh, that's crazy. This thought just came in my head. Proper preparation prevents pressure.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the 5 P's, it could be 4 P's, and then we could turn it into 8 P's.
Okay. How do you handle pressure?
I told you, if it don't happen, I slap you.
Oh my goodness. You go around slapping people under pressure.
No, yeah. No, but first thing I like to do is I like to take a deep breath. A lot of people will try to pressure you, especially like somebody ask you a question, like, people will, oh, what about this? What about this? Or, they'll badger you quick. And
that kind of question.
And they'll try to get you to just get, get an answer or whatever. And there's this term that in psychology is called a false dichotomy. And a false dichotomy is when people try to force you into a yes or no answer, or it's either this or this.
And
when
really
it's never a yes or no answer. So when people try to put you in a false dichotomy, they're trying to get you to be persuaded in a manner that they want to go. And so with that being said, the way I handle pressure is I take a moment, look at reality, and see if that is actually what's going on. Because I can...
Give me a more specific example of when, like, you're saying people put you in a false dichotomy. Like, give me something specific of what you're talking about. Like, that might take place.
I don't have a specific example off the top of my head right now. It's like, how somebody will ask you a question and they'll kind of ask the question in a way that you're going to answer to
like
the
either
question.
Either way that you answer the question, it could be ridiculed, kind of like that.
Yes, or they're just trying to get you to say yes. You know what I'm saying? So that's
if they're like, okay, people that are in prison are criminals, yes or no?
Right. That's exactly.
And it's like there's no. Okay.
Yeah, and
that was probably a bad one. But
no, that's a great one because we was already talking about prison earlier.
Right.
So oh yeah, you.
Or basically not criminal, but a bad person. Everybody in prison is a bad person, yes or no?
Right, exactly.
Or did something bad.
Yeah, and which is heavily not the case.
Or maybe marijuana could be a good one. It's like marijuana use is bad, and it's like yes or no. And it's like, well, no, then yes. They can both have arguments for it.
Exactly. See, why I couldn't think of that? See, I don't.
Because I put you on the spot.
Man, maybe, but see,
you folding under pressure.
No, I told you I'm trying to check realities real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, for real.
But now that you say about the pressure thing like that, when people try to force you into false dichotomies, I probably would still just not give you a yes or no answer. You can take this answer I give you.
I've had this conversation the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just feel like it's not the answer you wanted, but it's my answer, so.
Exactly. I like where your head at, girl. I like where your head at. So, back on pressure, do you think there's like a healthy way to handle pressure, or is there a method that we can use when pressure comes about that will be able to kind of for us to shake it and then be able to compose ourselves to answer and take control of the situation? Because that's what happens when somebody puts pressure on you. They're trying to control the situation.
I think that the number one thing in that situation would be to remain in control and to trust your decision making. And I mean, if you're religious and you believe in God and things like that, and to just keep faith.
Yes.
So that's what I would say.
Well, how do you feel about patience under pressure?
Patience? I don't know, because if you're in the kitchen cooking, you can't be patient. You gotta hurry up and transfer those pots, take the noodles out that pot and transfer it to the drainer. So I don't know. In some situations, you have to act fast, and it's no time to be patient.
What if somebody just says, "Oh, I hate you. I want you to do this. Wop, 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 wop."
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
But see,
No, I'm
but
just playing.
what if they're just like they just spazzed out and you spaz out too, and then nothing's ever going to get accomplished. So you have to be patient, let that subside so that you can actually get that under wraps. Because it is a fact. Once your heart rate goes over 100 beats per minute, like your logic and your ability to understand what's going on greatly decreases. So if two people are upset, two people's heart rate are going together, you're never going to get anything accomplished.
Usually, if it's somebody that I kind of don't care about, if they pop off and they're spazzing out and stuff like that, I'm kind of a jerk. I'm gonna be chill, like, oh, are you done?
That's a show of patience.
Right, so I'll probably be patient with them. But if it's somebody that I care about, I don't know. They might be able to get a rise out of me.
They might be able to get you. Yeah,
they might be able to
the
get a rise
ones that
out
are
of
closest to
depending
you.
on who it is.
The ones that are closest to you can get you the most activated for sure.
I haven't been super mad in a long time though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because I'm just so cool.
What happens when you get mad?
I don't know.
You don't know. You like,
it depends.
Does your voice like go higher? Does it go deeper?
I can't hear myself.
Do you do the Arthur fist grab? Like, what's going on?
I probably, if I'm sitting at the table, I might slap it.
Oh, you get animated.
Sure, I get animated. I'm dramatic.
Like the Italians.
A
boppity boopy.
I don't know if I do all that, but I'm a dramatic person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of uptight.
Yeah. That's not healthy.
Well.
Oh well, you like being unhealthy?
Even
though you're on your health kick,
not unhealthy.
Eating vegan.
I'm uptight when it comes to certain things. So
we're talking about mental health right now.
Right, I'm uptight sometimes.
Okay.
Maybe it can be unhealthy.
So, is there a way? If I were to ask you, what's a way to define or to recognize healthy pressure? What would you say?
Healthy pressure?
Yeah.
Healthy pressure can be anything like finishing school or even the goals that you set. That's pressure that you're putting on yourself. That's healthy goals. Working out, prepping your food, creating a grocery list.
Yeah.
Or even like monthly savings goals.
Yeah.
That's like healthy pressure you're putting on yourself because you're like, okay, I got to make this amount of money and save this much. That's healthy to me.
So do you... Actually, I like that. Do you feel like that from a standpoint of a coach, can they put pressure on you to a point to where it's unhealthy?
If they put unrealistic expectations on you, then yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. I wanted to before. I believe I haven't, like I said. But a coach, the job of a coach.
Do I know? I've been a coach before.
So what's the job of a coach?
It is to enhance the skills that someone has.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to do. Well, I did a little bit more than that. I think it's also being a positive role model for kids as well.
That as well, for sure. So there can be many jobs of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
One job pertaining to pressure
is to teach them how to manage it.
Is to create problems.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe in cheerleading we didn't create problems. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I can see in football it's like, okay, I can't really highlight them.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe the problem is moving from formation to the next formation.
That's a problem. Because you got to, and it has to be solved.
Okay.
And then, so coaches create problems so that they can be solved, and they're not going to leave you under that pressure. Well, a good coach isn't alone. So that when you're in the game time situation, you already know how to solve those problems. So when a coach is putting pressure on you, he's not always trying to hurt you.
Right.
He's not trying to hinder you. Mm-hmm. He's just trying to
set you up,
show you a problem that can
potentially
happen and how to solve it.
Okay, so I will say that during practice, and let's say the girls are moving formation, if they stop in the wrong spot, it's like, and they try to move to the correct one. I mean, I guess that's not me creating a problem, but I'm like, stay there. No one knows that you're in the wrong position. You stay there. Right. So maybe that's kind of like similar to.
Here goes a great example. Like in basketball, they do full court presses and like traps and stuff. So you'll get trapped in the corner, and when you get trapped in the corner, the baseline and the sideline become defenders. So the coach tells you, don't run over there. And actually he actually has you run into the corner for practice. So he's creating a problem, but then he stops practice and tells you how to solve that problem.
Yeah, see, I don't know if this works for cheerleading because there's defense and offense in this. So maybe cheerleading is different.
So, because it's more like a you versus you kind of thing, or for cheerleading. Yeah. So, when you're actually in like competitions or in competition with someone else, and it's interactive kind of thing, there can pose more problems. And so, that's what a coach is for. A coach is there to create problems, and they're going to help you solve it to the point where that they're not there, and that you can't solve.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, so when I coach, I don't be trying to put too much pressure on you, but I want to make sure that I'm gonna help you solve the problem, baby, because that's what it's about. We solution oriented. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I like that, solution oriented.
Yeah, that's all it's about.
So I have one question for you, and it's pertaining to the inner child thing.
Okay, shoot.
So you said that you might have been a fearful child.
I can relate to several of those.
So are you saying that because you relate to things that's happening in your adult life or in your kid as a child?
Well, I kind of like when you said that you wanted to have everything perfect. You would erase and race and write and write. So when things aren't done properly, I kind of replay them in my mind, and I kind of feel bad. Yeah, and I'm upset about it. So I'm trying to figure out how to make those better. Almost like you said, a perfectionist.
Right, and I think that I can't speak for all people, but that kind of just sounds a little common for people to kind of not obsess completely, but obsess a little bit over something that went wrong that they probably could have prevented. And I think that people should feel okay with that. But I think when people start to think that something's wrong with them, that's when the problems happen. Because now it's like, oh my gosh, I keep obsessing over this, something's wrong with me, and then they believe that something's wrong with them, and then now they feel like they're weird, and it's just normal human emotions.
Yeah? Yeah. You think people obsess over it?
When people continuously obsess over
things. Interesting.
Like, let's say that you mess up and you get a DUI. I don't know why I said that.
You trying to
you're not gonna get it. No.
You trying to throw some shade?
You got a DUI?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Not the boy.
But anyway, let's say that someone got a DUI.
Okay.
And they just sit around and obsess over it and just beat themselves up over it. That can become a health issue. You can become unhealthy, that thinking. But I think it starts when people just start to think that it's something wrong with them. Like, oh, something's wrong with me. How didn't I do this? And it's like people make mistakes.
This is true.
Yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes, especially under pressure.
And what do kids do when they make mistakes?
The wham alarm.
No, they just try again.
Oh, yeah, they do that too. Sometimes they would cry until you tell them, pop them a little bit and give them a little encouragement.
No, I don't even think babies know. Like, oh my gosh, I'm messing up right now.
I don't even know.
Right.
Unless somebody tells you, huh?
Exactly, and that's the key.
Oh.
That's probably why kids try. That's why I think kids try again. Because no one's like, you can't walk. You're not going to be able to walk. You can't walk. Look at you, keep falling.
No.
Oh, you keep falling. See, I told you can't walk. It's like, no, people are like, come on, you can do it.
I think they want to walk is because they see everyone else walk.
Right,
everywhere they go.
And they do it, and people say that analogy, a baby gets up, you just gotta keep doing the same thing, but there's also no one around the baby like, oh, you ain't gonna be able to walk. Look at you, you keep falling.
Yeah, no one's trying to tear the baby down.
Yeah, keep crawling. That's where you live. Everybody's being encouraged. And that's another reason. You
feel like there should be more encouragement, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and people need to be aware of other people's inner inner kid. I gotta figure out how to say that.
I think you had it right the first time, but you trying to explore.
Huh?
Inner children.
But you don't have inner children.
Yeah, like you got three kids. Like you got three personalities.
Child.
You got split personalities.
Everyone does.
You do.
Everyone has different voices in their heads.
Everybody.
Yeah.
How many you got?
I don't know.
Several.
Everyone has different voices in their heads.
What they be saying?
It doesn't become a sickness until you can't control them. And
what they be saying?
Think that they're you.
What they be saying to you?
What do your inner voices say?
That's not the point right now.
Different things.
Hey, my inner voice don't be going in like your inner voice. Well, actually, let me stop lying.
How do you know?
Let me stop lying.
How do you know?
Because my inner voice is dope.
Is anyone tuned in? What you looking at?
My inner voice is dope.
Do you have any comments?
One comment, but it was just referring to media and stuff teaching women how to hate each other, how to be jealous.
Yeah, what did they say?
That's what they said.
The media teaches women how to hate each other?
Yeah,
correct.
It was just it was agreeing to what you said. So
correct.
Said,
Bad girls
yes,
club.
they teach girls to be jealous.
Who was that?
Shaking my head, Naila.
Oh, that's my boo. Hey, Naila.
Correct. See, we got.
Correct. I'm always right. Women are always right.
Wait. What happened? That's like those words together just don't sound joking. Right. Women, like it sounds like Spanish. Women, what?
Hey, mama knows best. Okay. When something happens, I bet y'all cry to y'all mama before y'all dads.
Nope. You know who I cry to? Myself.
Oh, if you didn't say God.
I look myself in the mirror.
Guaranteed.
You ain't nothing.
Guaranteed. If your mom and your dad was in your life and something happens, dad, you're crying to your mom first.
And then you know who I reach out to next?
Or your wife.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Or your wife.
That guy. Or the wife.
Or your wife. Yeah.
Wives don't help these days.
Said somebody that's never been married. Never had a girlfriend.
Hey, I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
You keep saying stuff like that, you're going to be working forever.
Hey, well, guess what? When I get like Diddy, I ain't going to have to do it. And I can just tell her, just go down the street and get some Cambodian milk.
Well, you can probably do that today in Thailand if you move out there.
Hey, so you got any final thoughts today, Oh?
My final thought is, or my final share, I learned how to swim last night.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, that girl know how to swim.
So you only knew how to doggy paddle earlier?
Or just like do some weird stuff under the water.
But you mean drown?
But now I know, right. But now I know how to like do freehand swimming.
She said, I know how to drown.
And I want everyone to know that is an amazing workout. But make sure you do your squats, ladies, if you decide to go that route.
Oh yeah, squats.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do squats after that because.
Because what?
Your butt might be empty.
You can lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Use it or lose it, sister.
Listen, what's your final thoughts?
No, we gotta ask Slim. Slim, you got any final thoughts today?
My final thoughts are that women and men all come from the same place, and we should all love and respect each other and treat each other respectfully.
Oh my God!
For the rest of our life.
Yeah,
we should all love and respect each
other. Good job.
You didn't see his face when he said that. He looked like the Grinch. Sarcastic. He looked like the Grinch, by the way. And he might go ahead and take your gifts.
My final thoughts are that we all have inner children.
We all.
Multiple inner children inside of each of us that speak to us. And we have to be immature as them to continue to live through life. This is the answer to all of our problems.
The answer. Boom.
You are so insensitive. We all have inner children inside of us that we should recognize and embrace and to understand our emotions.
Children don't understand emotions.
I stand on.
Okay, Blair. Hey, you don't gotta beat nobody up.
That's all right, Slim. I know which identity he was of the inner child. I ain't gonna say nothing though.
I want to say something.
Ooh, what's your identity? What's your identity?
It's not on this paper.
Oh, it's the new one? Oh, we gotta make a new category.
I know which one he was.
I don't know which one I was.
We gotta make the new category. Oh, okay. Hey, what I need for y'all to do is to make sure to tune in next week because we got an amazing guest. Matter of fact, they are twins. John and Sean Scott.
Tap dancers.
Yes, they are incredible tap dancers. They're going to come bless the studio, and we're just going to get a bunch of laughs and drop some gems, and we're going to get to pick their brain, and you're going to find out a whole lot more that they didn't even know about themselves. Because I got some gunners for them, some real questions for sure. Another thing, I need y'all to go over to OverTheTopLv.com. Go check that out right now, because they got all the inner children that had the talent, grew up, and guess what? Now they let their creativity go over the top.
Exactly.
You dig? Hey, and if everybody in the world thought twice, it'd be a better place. Love, baby.